Hey guys, welcome back to the TNC podcast, where we'll be discussing everything millennial and more.
Thoughts and opinions reflect views of our own.
I'm Tony.
And I'm Terry. Now let's
get to the tea.
All right, so what's the tea?
What you got about Tami Roman, girl?
Oh, God.
I saw the video that you sent, and her daughter was too, like, chummy for me. You know what, before I talk about it,
let's give a little recap on what happened. So there's an interview that Tami Roman and her daughter Jazz, I believe, did with Kandi Burris and her daughter Riley. What is that podcast called?
They have a you know what?
Something. We'll get back to y'all on that.
I'll find it and I'll
drop it in the That's it.
You know.
Hello, come on. We're a little unethical here, but it's fine. It's a good time. But yes, they did an interview with them, and pretty much it came out that Jazz is graduating. She's 30 years old, and she identifies as a lesbian, and her mom essentially said that she will not allow her girlfriend, who she's been with for about a year, to be at the graduation.
Imagine.
Right.
Her mom won't allow it at 30. Girl, if you... And this goes back to me calling Tami a bully, because you're, in a sense, you are still bullying your child for your child to even sit there and still be like, yeah, my mom said my girlfriend can't come to my graduation. What? But her other daughter, Kandi and them asked her
her other daughter is straight.
Mm-hmm. Her other daughter is straight. Kandi and them asked of, like, the other daughter at her graduation, because she had the boyfriend there. The mother goes, yeah, of course, without a shadow of a doubt. Oh, so this is clear homophobia.
Come on.
Come on. Like, that's what that is.
Wake it up.
And the daughter is sitting there like, yeah, Ma, explain. And it's just like, girl, no. Your mom is homophobic, and she's using that to mask, to be like, no, don't come to she can't come to the...
Talking about confirmation bias. Mind you, the way she used confirmation bias is not the way confirmation bias is defined, but okay, girl.
When she's like, there's something called confirmation bias, and I have to be okay with it. You don't have to be okay with a thing. You understand me? Because it's not your life to live. It's your daughter's life to live. And if your daughter is choosing to have her girlfriend at the graduation, what's the big deal? How about you don't come? And I'm not saying that you don't come because obviously it's your daughter's graduation, you want to be there. But, like, I'm not choosing.
It's wild because I'm glad, actually, that Kandi gave her pushback. Kandi and Riley gave her a lot of pushback. And I was like, thank you. Because,
Candy's face was very much like,
honey, they were pushing her to the wall. I liked it. I was like, yeah, she needs that because you look crazy. You sound crazy and you look crazy.
Your hair's uneven.
It's just crazy, though, because I'm like, this young lady is 30 years old. For her mom to think that she has that much jurisdiction over her life to tell her that she can't have her partner be there is insane. And not for nothing, I also was kind of looking at it from the girlfriend's perspective, too. Because I was like, if I was that girlfriend, not for nothing, I would have broke up with her.
Tami, there's a part that Tami goes, oh, what if, basically saying like, oh, you don't know how long the relationship's going to last. Your straight daughter don't even know how long that relationship is going to last. So please, please.
I said the same thing. I was like, I really would have liked for them to push back on that specifically because, like, okay, but the same goes for your straight daughter, too.
Tami,
she can break up with her
boyfriend.
You
are being homophobic and you don't want to call it that because she's your daughter. And that is exactly what that is, because your explanation is incorrect. That is not confirmation bias. You're clearly saying, without saying, it's for my mental health. Yeah, your mental health, because you're not okay with your daughter being a lesbian. So you don't want your daughter's girlfriend to show up to your daughter's graduation, even if that makes her happy. And your daughter is sitting there, yeah, she doesn't want me. She doesn't want it to happen.
She was giving me nervous chuckles too, though. I think it is something that she knows is deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and like that was like her way of masking it in a sense.
Yeah, but also no, Tami needs that. I feel like that's exactly who she needs to call her out, because Tammy's been this person that she is for the longest, and sometimes people don't hear it if it doesn't come from their children.
Right.
And sometimes it needs to come from that child. Like, as chummy as the daughter is, obviously it was uncomfortable, like you said,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it will take for that daughter to be like, nah, ma, you're being homophobic. For her to look internally and be like, well, maybe I am. Maybe consider it. Because Tammy's firm on who she is, but at the same time, she needs somebody who's going to bulldoze her right back and be like, oh, well, you firm on who you are? Well, I'm firm on who I am, too. Because let's be real. Jazz has presented how she presented since we know Tammy.
Yeah.
So
She's had time to accept this.
Okay. So
this
it's just like, please, miss me with the... Anyway, Tammy.
I don't know. I find that, and I'm saying this even like as a mother myself. Like, I just find that to be a really wild concept that you wouldn't accept your child and their happiness over anything. You know, I don't know.
Even if the happiness is just now, if it's their happiness right now, so what?
And it's just sad. Honestly, I really watched that and I was just like, this is sad for her to be 30. Like, you're a big grown woman at this age, and like for your mom to have this much say over your life is wild too. Like, I just feel like, girl, like, no, she definitely needs to assert some boundaries within that for sure.
Yeah, I don't. For me, yeah, no, Tammy.
And it's not even like it's her day. She worked so hard to graduate. Like, and it's funny because Candy was basically talking about, which I thought was a very interesting take too, because Candy was basically saying how she allows Riley to have her freedom and basically like choose herself first. She wants her to choose herself. And I was like, that's something. That freedom to be raised within that type of freedom is really a beautiful thing, and I feel like especially a lot of Black parents don't allow that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
That is definitely the type of freedom that children need. Not even children, adult kids, your adult child. That's what they need.
Let them live their lives. You got a chance to live your life and make your own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do the same.
Nobody said nothing to you, Tammy, when you was out there with the bob looking. Never mind. That's not the point.
Not the bob.
That's yo. You remember when she
and chain smoking them cigs,
so
boy.
Them bogeys. The cigarettes down, okay? Yo, she looked stressed every episode.
And look, and she still clearly is presenting that same way as well with this situation with her daughter, and it's unfortunate. But honestly, yeah, I need her daughter to get a backbone at 30, though.
Yeah,
because that's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous.
My girlfriend is coming to the graduation.
Hello?
Period.
Hello? Like, I understand you saying you might not want her in the family pictures. I get that. Yeah. I said that's fair. And I get that. That's true, because you might not be here next year, and then I'll have my graduation memories, and I can understand you saying, nah, keep her out of that, and we just do our own pictures. But everything else saying she can't come is asinine. That's insane.
Wow. Because, like, what? She's... Anyway.
That's her special day. That's the special person in her life. Like, yes, she should allow to be there. And to be honest, never mind.
Congratulations, Jazz.
Yes.
And invite that girl.
Hello.
Invite her.
Hello.
And kiss her in front of your mom.
Sheesh.
I said what I said.
Hey. Sometimes you gotta solidify it, man. It is what it is.
Anyway, so Potomac Housewives is back. I don't know if anybody else watches it, but I attempt to keep the lights on over there.
The girlies like Potomac.
They like it. They're gonna still watch it still. Karen is out. She hasn't been back on the show just yet.
Yo.
But big old man Karen, she do our time. She fresh out.
I will not forget seeing them videos. I was just like, ooh, auntie, this is bad. Jesus. They caught you slipping, sister.
The episode. Yeah, when they caught her with the DUI, there was no getting out of that. Ray couldn't have done a thing.
Poor
so
Ray.
He was
trying to.
He was trying.
And that's the type of man you need behind you, okay?
Very much, like, baby. And she just like sitting there slurring her words, wig shifted.
It was lit.
But anyway, Karen is out, and our good sis Wendy went in.
Yeah.
Wendy and her husband Eddie, and
not Wendy and Happy Eddie, child.
And it just, damn Wendy. But before I get to Wendy, I wanted to talk about the colorism on the show, because last season it ended where Stacey had a boyfriend, Stacey was the newest member, one of the newest members on the show last year. She had a boyfriend. She was divorcing her husband. And fast forward, no, not even fast forward. Last reunion, she was no longer with the boyfriend. Divorce was still being processed. And at the reunion, there was talks that, TJ's not talking to, TJ was the boyfriend's name. TJ's not talking to Stacey, and apparently there's some sort of legal troubles because he's suing. It was supposed to be 60-40. Pretty much, she paid him. She pulled a Kenya and what's it called?
Walter.
Kenya and Walter. She promised him 60% of whatever Bravo gave her to be the boyfriend. First of all, Minaj, you know, I'm 60% of nothing.
Hello?
You hear me?
Hello.
But she promised him 60% of whatever Bravo is giving her to go on the show and be the boyfriend.
It's crazy work.
And I guess she pulled out. She backed out. She's just like, it's a dub. It's not going to happen. So now, fast forward this season, apparently there are documents that came around that you got Giselle and you got Ashley that got hold of the people who got the documents. And there's always been a thing with colorism on this show. And
Absolutely.
what I noticed with that first episode is that they choose to hold, not even just that first episode, but the entire time that I've been watching Potomac, they always choose to hold the chocolate girls to the fire. And you have the lighter ones, they get a slap on the wrist and they get off easy. And I don't like that.
I don't like it
You,
either.
when we were talking about it the other day, and you were mentioning that you know, Potomac, Maryland area, they're pretty much like the upper echelon.
Yes, it's definitely a lot of black elite just living out of there. Just historically speaking, it's a lot of black boule people that reside in that area. You hear even Candace is not a member anymore, but she definitely comes from that same type of background as well, and I'm sure a couple of others, Giselle. They all come from that same type of, you know, the Jack and Jill girlies, very much the black elite.
And you can tell,
kids. Yes,
there's a demeanor.
yeah,
You can tell there's a demeanor. Candace is a chocolate girl.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a difference with how Candace is, because Candace is aware. And then you have Giselle, not aware. And
because
also,
Giselle
Giselle,
benefits.
she could be aware, but doesn't care.
Yeah,
because
she benefits from the
There you go.
colorism.
And I brought the colorism up again because it showed in just that first episode. It's been 2 episodes since the season started, but I haven't got to the second episode just yet. That first episode, the way that they was holding Stacey to the fire, Ashley specifically holding Stacey to the fire about, the documents that they came across, it pressing Stacey like, so is it true? Is TJ, did you pay TJ? Is it court? But regardless of is it true or not, the point that I'm making is that when Robin had her issue and didn't want to talk about it on the show, she quietly, y'all allowed her to quietly leave.
Sure did.
But Stacey, the season barely started, and you bring this girl screaming at her, yelling at her, telling her pressing her to put whatever it is on Front Street because you have information. I don't care what you know. If I'm not ready to share it, it's not getting shared. And I understand that, we sign up, we put our lives, like it's reality TV, we're going to put our...
But then that needs to be across the board.
It needs to be across the board if that's the case.
Right.
Everybody,
fair.
Everything, like nothing needs to be off limit when it comes to everybody if that's the case. Because if I'm saying that this is off limit for me, why is it that these women are so hell-bent on trying to find out what's the truth? Granted, I do want to know, did you pay him? Why? However, the way that they go about it and then to still call each other sisters on the cat, miss me with that nonsense. Because this goes into Wendy. When Wendy came on the show, they held that educated girl to the fire. You understand me? Wendy and her 4 degrees, I believe that she had, how they questioned that she was intelligent, how they questioned if she really had what she had.
And even, like I said, I guess we spoke about this previously, but like I said to you before, that the fact that when Wendy came onto the show, and there basically were rumors saying that Karen had essentially said that Wendy does not fit basically like the aesthetic of the show. And at that time, it was a majority of very high yellow girls.
Yellow women. So obviously she was talking about she chocolate, she don't go here.
Mm-hmm. I told you that all that black boule. I told you that grand dame, all of that. Like I said, Karen very much like same thing in that
Yes.
same all of them. So
Even-
you see it in
and
the way they
even when
speak, the way their
Karen went
demeanor
to-
is, everything.
Even with Karen having to get shipped off to rehab, was it rehab or jail? Wherever she just came from.
Mm-hmm.
Not discounting what it is that she did. I'm not thinking of what it was, but even when Karen got shipped off, they barely could press her the way that they did not press her the way that they pressed any of the chocolate girls on the show. Mm-hmm. And Karen is known to have a drinking problem in Potomac and on the show.
The girls definitely alluded to it many a time.
So and they were all very respectful, regardless if it was of age, regardless if it was she decided that she didn't want to talk about it. The point is, why is it that you can respect their wishes, but when it comes to the chocolate girls, anything goes? And don't tell me that anything doesn't go when it comes to the chocolate girls. Everybody's not held to the same standard at Potomac, and that's clear. I still watch the show, but I watch it enough to notice that everybody's not held to the same standard. Wendy and her troubles right now, we don't really know what's gonna happen. But I also know that they're gonna have a fucking field day with Wendy.
They are.
They started.
They're gonna enjoy that.
And
especially because she's had the stature of being the educated,
yes.
Like in that way. Like,
yes.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna.
They started, especially Bigfoot Mia. Yeah. Bigfoot started already, and I was just like,
is Mia still on the cast?
I didn't see her this season, but she might show up. Anything for a check.
They can do without her.
So they can keep her and her 2 baby fathers and the 6 kids, whatever. Anyway. And it's just, I hate this for Wendy and Eddie. The first episode, Wendy and Eddie, they were talking about Happy Eddie. Because Wendy, it was pretty much a humble brag that Happy Eddie is bringing in coins.
Right.
They invested in the cannabis business, and Wendy pretty much dropped and said business is booming. And that's amazing. And a day or so after that is when all the information came out with Wendy and the husband, where they got indicted for insurance fraud. And for me, you're not guilty until it's proven. Right. You're innocent until proven, in my eyes.
I also noticed that when the news came out, I don't know if you noticed that they basically there was like a almost like a press conference about it, which definitely I was like, is this really press conference worth it? You can tell like they're definitely it's gonna be a smear. It's gonna be a smear on her for real.
She even resigned from her teaching job, which I understand that she had to. But the whole press conference. There was one thing that the person said. The sheriff that was doing the press conference, he was like, I don't care if she's a real housewife or a fake housewife, something, and I'm just like, I would have never did this if this was the ground down. No. So please, because
they didn't do it when it was her.
You're gonna create a smear campaign on these elite black people,
especially because she also does a lot of political commentary and stuff like that as well. Yeah, that's exactly what
because of that, and that's nasty. That's disgusting. And Andy. That's why you and Nene's not no more.
What Titus
because you condone the foolishness and you stand for literally nothing.
Titus said he a messy queen.
A very messy queen. And the brief mention that I had was apparently there was something with a Salt Lake City housewife and Wendy from Potomac. I don't really know the entire story, but it could have been something like a comment that was made, and the Salt Lake housewife didn't like it. And Wendy was supposed to be on Watch What Happens Live, like an episode coming up, and Andy, they had to push the episode, and the episode that's coming out outside before Wendy's is going to be with that Salt Lake housewife that apparently they had and I'm just like, Andy, you, it's like you're kicking people when they're down, and I don't like that because I know she brought you dollars, she brought you viewers. But again, anything for capitalism, right? the next thing I want to talk about is D'Angelo. Rest in peace. He passed earlier last week or earlier this week.
This week.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
And it was, I believe it was pancreatic cancer. He's been battling it. And that was when I found out that he and Angie Stone had a child together. I never knew that until, they announced his passing, and then the son was, you mentioned, the son was like, grieving both my parents in the same year. And I was like, oh, yeah, my, like, that is tough. So my heart goes out to the son. Sure. Rest in peace to D'Angelo. Angie Stone, the late Angie Stone as well too. She passed earlier on in the year from a car crash. That has to be tough. Like, no matter what age you are, it has to be tough losing your parent and then losing both parents.
Both of them is crazy.
Within like months of each other, like, it's tough. So I wish him peaceful grieving, if that's a thing.
And I actually wanted to also just give like a shout out to the people that are around him, because obviously he's been battling this for a while, and everybody, if you've noticed, they definitely respected whatever privacy wishes he had. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, because we didn't even know. Was, and you wanted to mention
okay. So here's something that
now really care about him.
Really makes my ass itch.
Now you want to talk about him?
Because I hate when people do that. Like, what is that? People come out and mourn someone for passing or anything, and then like people are like, "Oh, now you're a fan of him. Now y'all listen to D'Angelo."
Yes. Yep. Because somebody just lost their life. They just lost their life. Yes. Now we care. Do you want to be talked about?
I really feel like that's exactly what that is. Like, it has to be like, oh, the attention's not on me, let me make it about me type of a situation. Like, that's sick. I feel like that's really a nasty and like weird thing to even be on if somebody passed. Like, that's weird as hell.
Like, why is that?
Like, why shouldn't we be listening to his music? Why shouldn't we be giving his stuff spins right now? Like, why should we not? We're mourning.
That's usually what happens.
He's no longer here with us. We're showing our respect through that way. What is the problem?
And a part of me feel like y'all be saying that because y'all just like, oh, yeah, I don't know them, so why? No, I don't know them, but it's a life that's lost. So miss me with that. And if you choose not to, pay your respects, then don't. Don't even comment on it either. Bye. But don't tell. Do not. Oh, now y'all care. Yep. Yes.
Now we policing people's grief and people's ways of mourning.
We're going to run up the streams.
As we should. He has a family and such.
People be miserable. I just can't.
For real.
I cannot.
For real. It's nasty, y'all.
Now you want to do... Yes. Now you want to mind my business? Go mind yours. Y'all don't have...
Girl. Yeah, rest in peace, D'Angelo. Honestly. And I also wanted to just make a quick mention of the type of artist he was, honestly. He really was... That video, he speaks about it all the time, how basically, like, him becoming he spoke about it many times, how that made him like an instant, like, sex symbol and stuff like that. And he really wasn't interested in that. He really cared about the music. Like, I love that. Yeah, like, no, I think the album Voodoo that he made, it took him like 5 years, they said, to make the freaking album. Like, he really was an artist in that way. So, with him being thrown into the sex symbol, arena, like, yeah, it was a lot for him. And I think that they said that he was very like insecure about his body, especially when, like, when he started to fluctuate with weight and stuff like that. Like,
and he was young when he came into the industry.
Yeah,
19, he wasn't even 20.
Yeah, he was a young guy. So I just wanted to just give a big up to his artistry and his creative, genius, because honestly, you're my
when you got artists that really care about their music,
and that music hits every time. You literally can feel it. Great singer. So yeah, we're definitely gonna miss him, and we definitely gonna keep running it up, and we gonna keep talking about him too, for the people that are so concerned with us now acknowledging him. All right. Moving on, I wanted to just mention that little sprawl that happened on the Joe Budden podcast between Marc Lamont Hill and Queen's Flip.
Deep breaths again, girl, because one thing I'm not gonna, you don't argue with fools.
You don't.
But
and you know what? A lot of time, I feel like, I've said it on the show before, I've been like, I don't know why Marc Lamont Hill is even on that damn podcast. I don't. But I also understand that that is his way of meeting people where they are to reach them as well. So he's a better person than me, baby, because I couldn't do it. Personally, I would definitely opt out on that. But I definitely understand there's a greater good to what he is doing on there. Yeah. But you know, watching that whole little sprawl. Long story short, actually, let me just give a little recap on what happened. So long story short, Joe Budden and his messy tail mentioned messy mother. That's a messy tail too. Honestly, didn't I tell y'all the messy ones be the men's? But you know what? Okay, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, Tahiri told us. Hello. So Joe basically on the show mentioned the fact that basically he threw it up in the air of like what should determine the wages that the people on the cast receive, right? And he briefly mentioned that, long story short, Marc is basically asking for more money, and however that money is to come, whether it be from taking from other people's salaries or not, that was basically the gist of what was said.
Just hold a second. I know that he brought it out saying that Marc wanted more directly on the podcast.
He's messy.
These people are not meant to be leaders, and I'm just going to say that.
He's messy. He's messy. So yeah, that basically was said, and obviously the people were up in arms. Which led pretty much to a back and forth between Queen's Flip and Marc.
Insecurities on the cast from the cast members,
right?
Specifically, Queen's Flip. Before you even go into that, Flip even said to us that Joe had mentioned to him when Marc had joined the podcast, pretty much to tone down who he is because it can conflict with Marc. Pretty much telling him, dumb yourself down. And my thing is, I don't think the spat that you're about to mention would be a thing had Queens dipped out when Joe mentioned that. Because you're not going to tell me not to be who I am because somebody's joining the podcast.
Well, I was about to say, he didn't tell me to dumb himself down because I don't think Queen's Flip gets dumber. He meant to shrink himself. If anything.
Smile up yourself.
Smile up yourself on this. But long story short, they got into a back and forth. And essentially, there's Marc says something about alluding to something, and then Queen's Flip goes, "Oh, that's what happens. You like to say tricky words." And Marc reads him his rights and goes,
"Tricky word, babe?"
Marc says, "No, I say regular words that are tricky to you." And I was like, "Oh," when I heard that. And it basically just became like a whole back and forth because you know what? One thing that we know, come on, we grew up in New York City schools. We know for a fact that a lot of dudes think because you smart, you pussy. And that's where they gonna always get it wrong because Marc definitely showed them that he is from Philly and don't do him. Okay? All right?
Because that's really what Queen's Flip's argument was. It was his insecurity that was coming through.
It was.
Oh, everything was just emotional. And I was just like, is it because you can't read while you're... And I don't know if he can't read. I'm just saying.
The word allude is tripping you up at damn near 50 years old. If you're not 50 already,
I'm just like...
You can see where that reading level is.
But also all of this because he says that he wants more. And granted, if the man brings to the show something that you can't, why can't he ask for more than he already is making? Are you insecure that it's going to take your seat? Okay, so then bring something else to the table so that you can also argue your worth. Because that's what the man is doing, arguing his worth. Do you not know who that man is?
Thank you. That's the point I'm trying to say. When he was asking for more money, I was like, well, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. This man has a whole doctorate. He's a tenured professor. He's done all types of freaking work.
Well credentialed.
Come on.
Well credentialed.
Stop. Came with a huge following to the show. Like, stop. Like, I feel like if we're being for real, yes.
Like,
he
Flip,
deserves all the points over there.
And this is not me discounting Flip. We know you, but we know you from the entertainment side. And we know that you're bringing the funny. We know you're bringing the light and the load, or whatever the case may be, as far as like, ha entertainment.
But you know what? In the words of Kanye, with that situation like that with the Flip, it's 1,000 hymns. It's only one Mark. And that's it. And that's where the insecurity is.
Yeah, because he can't do what Mark do.
No. And not many people can.
You can't hold a light up to this man. And you're mad that he's gonna, and you know what? Mark should have said, yeah, and I'm gonna ask for more. You know what? I'm gonna ask for your check too. I'm gonna ask for your check. I'm gonna ask for more and ask them, can I have your check too? Because what? You're not gonna, no. It's
that whole thing was nasty. I just felt like Joe bringing that up too. Like, that goes back to me when I say that, why is he on that? I feel like Joe, like, you're not even protecting this man's brand. Like, this is a whole educated academic man. Like,
he knew what he was doing when he did it. You knew what you were doing. For
you to let him get out of character like that, like, clearly that's not a space that he's even being protected in, and his stature is being protected in. Like, I just feel like
there's insecurities there for Joe too.
Of course.
Why would you do that?
Of course.
Why would you do that as the leader of the show? Why would you do that?
I have my own thoughts on that too. I also kind of believe that he brought Mark on to kind of jeer Ish, but that's another.
I don't doubt that because
Ish was considered. I'm putting up air quotes right now. Was considered the smart one there until Mark rolled up, which is saying a lot because I mean Ish is not the brightest either. But
the kind of man that we have known Joe to be. Mm-hmm. Like, this doesn't fall short.
No.
What we've known him to be.
He's
so
messy boots.
You saying that he probably brought him there to jeer him? That's.
I'm sure that's exactly what that was.
And there's a certain type that do that. And
yeah, he's narcissistic as hell.
Right there.
He's narcissistic as hell. But I did also want to mention the fact that while Flip was going off, there was a point in the conversation when he goes, "We feel like," and continues to say what we feel, and
it was crickets.
Right?
Who's we?
Who's we? But we did see the two hoes next to him was real quiet.
As churchmen.
Ish and the other one. So I mean, it's very clear who the we is, and
so y'all having conversations behind my back.
Very much.
Y'all talking about me.
Very much.
Okay, so then
they can't stand him.
Stand on everything that y'all was saying then, because he just said that. Yeah, was. So, what?
They can't stand him. They can't stand him. They can't stand how quick he is, how well equipped he is to navigate certain conversations that they could never, ever dream of having the range of to engage in. That it's all of that.
I need people to realize that that's a youth thing.
No, it is.
Like, Flip's reaction. If y'all don't know, I'll insert like the little clip of what I can below. But Flip's reaction was sheer immaturity. For sure. He's always been an antagonistic person. We know Flip for, like I said, entertainment, ripping his shirt off, banging himself against other people and whatever it is that he does. I'm not going to say that I've watched the Joe Budden podcast and
you don't need to. I'm not part of their demographic of listeners either, but I do see clips from time to time. And that one was pretty viral all over the internet because Marc Lamont, like I said, getting out of character like that.
And all of this was Joe's fault.
No, it was.
All of this was Joe's fault, and he said he's going to sit there, and I'm sure whenever the next episode is going to air, he's going to sit there with his tail tucked and act like
he had nothing to do with this. I don't know how it even started.
Listen, when I say that man has been antagonist, when back in the days when we used to watch Love and Hip Hop and he was on it with Tahiri, he had this monotone
he knows what
thing that he did when he knew he was dead wrong. And
he does. He participates in a lot of reactionary abuse. Like he's very much that type of person.
And I only see that again for this situation because like I said, it was his fault. As the leader, why did you think that it was okay to have that conversation on the couch? Wasn't we talking about this in the back office?
Okay.
So why don't we keep it in the back office? Like, and you know what?
And then for him, the whole time talking about some. I'm not taking none of this out. I'm not taking none of this out. I was staying on. I'm like, oh.
So you did this intentionally?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this was on purpose. Oh, okay. The way.
Yeah. Mark, I feel you on the message, but I don't know, bro. I just feel like
I don't know if that check is gonna be worth it.
I feel like when you're someone who is so knowledgeable like him, when you're around people who are not at that same level as you're gonna be doing more stooping down than they are coming up to you. So
because you're able to meet them where they are, but they can never meet you where you at because you're way too high. Yeah. They can never meet you. They will never meet you there. Yeah.
Well, I just want to add one more thing. Also, I wanted to say there's a thing when people who are really smart. You ever heard people do this thing like, "Oh, you think you're smarter than this?"
Can do.
And I've heard people basically like make comments like that about Marc Lamont. Oh, he thinks he's the smartest. And I'm like, my thing is, he is.
And
I feel like there is something to be said for somebody who has a PhD. He might not be. He's not the smartest person in every area, but when it comes to things like political science, it's like, yes, he is smarter than you.
And let's be real, it takes a certain discipline for you to even pursue higher education.
Come on.
Especially in certain.
Check the stats of the amount of people who even hold a PhD.
Let's talk about it. Like, black man at that.
Black man at that. Come on, that makes that stat even smaller.
Let's talk about it.
So I'm just like, yeah, and that's also people's insecurities all the time when they do that. Oh, you think you're smarter?
No, you think I'm smarter than you.
You do think you're smarter than you.
You do think I'm smarter than you.
You do.
And I am. I am.
And that's my thing. Then when I hear something about someone like a Marc Lamont Hill, I'm like, he absolutely is smarter than you in that area that he is specializing in. Yes, he is.
Because if I wasn't, why would I be here? Oh, okay. Can you do this and beat me? You can't. Exactly. Because you don't know what you're talking about. Because you don't know political science. No. So again, anyways.
Yeah. Well, I will end this by saying that the dumb niggas took over the class and the smart niggas have learned that and are hijacking it back.
The idiots definitely came to the front.
But it's all right.
They're sitting in the front, but you know what? They can't see.
And that's it.
Let's speak on it, girl.
I just wanted to speak on the Supreme Court rolling back Article 2 of the Voting Rights Act. That's on the chopping block right now. This basically will hinder how votes are counted as far as Black people and Black communities.
If our votes were not important, if our votes didn't do something, they wouldn't be trying to do this, like you said.
Mm-hmm. So when we hear people that's like, oh, it doesn't even matter, all them people that sat this election out, our votes don't count, they would not be quite literally pulling out this article right now if that were true. It's obviously whatever you're saying, that's foolishness, and we know it.
Because you know you have a bunch of people out there, I'm not going to vote because they don't count my vote. And they just didn't vote. And And if they didn't, why are we here now? Why are we here now where they're trying to roll it back? Because it does do something. They saw that it does do something.
It's crazy because it's at the on the desk of the Supreme Court at this point, and we've already seen where the Supreme Court is leaning. So it's very clear what that most likely will most likely be the outcome of that. I also wanted to mention the fact that there are so many civil rights leaders who literally lost their lives to make sure that those voting right acts were there for us to have. Medgar Evers quite literally was killed in his freaking driveway in front of his kids and his wife, trying to get this voting right act in.
Okay.
So it really is disappointing. I know it has to be really disappointing, especially for the older Black American people who've been here, who
to
literally
see it come and see it come and go,
and then see
in their lifetime,
and then also to see people, what I want to say, take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Take the fact that they have the ability to vote for granted. Like,
ancestors is screaming, child.
It's so true. I feel like we really have. It's been lost in translation, our history, for real. Like, I feel like the same way there are other communities that make sure that their children and their generations to come never forget their history. Like, I feel like that's something that we need to definitely be on too. No, a lot of these kids think that they're so far removed from it that it's no longer a thing. And look at them playing in your face right now.
You're not. Our grandparents and their parents witnessed some of the things. Some things that have been overturned within our young lifetime, our grandparents and parents lived through the suffering of it. It's just...
Yeah, I thought this Jim Crow was so long ago. Y'all about to see it. It's about to be filmed like 1955 and real soon, baby. Y'all gonna see something, honey. Y'all gonna see something. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we just need to keep talking about that too, and letting that be known that that's happening. It also really concerns me when I see things like I think I've spoken about this on the pod too, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact that we've seen that there is pretty much a mass movement of African American and Black people to the South.
Yeah.
And things like this Voting Rights Act being rolled back. I feel like all of this I've been saying it's intentional. Like, this is all very intentional. The fact that motherfuckers can't afford to live in New York City anymore and have to go down south, they are making sure that y'all are stuck to be in places where you have less and less and less rights. It's very intentional.
And y'all I need y'all to stop. Oh, it don't affect me, because shut up. Shut up.
I can't with the willful ignorance anymore. Honestly, I feel like somebody say something like that, I might punch him in the face at this point. I can't
I feel like I'm liable to be like, actually, oh, you said that out loud?
For real, yikes. You gotta really hit people with the yikes.
Oh, we can't be friends no more.
No, for real.
I'm good off that.
And I thank God. And I thank God that all my friends are like-minded, and that's, I couldn't do it right at this point. No, hell no.
What you're not.
This is ridiculous. You're not about to play with me in my face like that. All right.
Be mindful.
Also,
cancel Christmas.
There we go.
Don't buy nothing because you don't need nothing.
Black it out. No Black Friday.
Nothing.
None of that. I feel like this whole Christmas, all of that, all the spending needs to stop. Like, we need to really, really get economic with this. We see the power of our dollar. Yeah.
Did we not see what we did with Target?
Mm-hmm. We need to protest economically now.
There's so much we can do by squandering our dollar. I don't want to say squander. By holding on to our dollar.
No, for sure. For sure.
Hold on to your dollar. You do not need
the
excessive amount of things that you were about to buy at the sale price. Coming from somebody that used to work in retail, the sale is not a true sale. Okay?
Come on now.
And
wake it up.
I'm sure there's still people that work in retail that
will still tell you the same thing.
They'll tell you the same exact thing. The sale prices are not the sale prices. They'll bump it up and tell you that you're getting 50% off. And yes, you're getting 50% off, but they just bumped up the price so that you're paying a little bit more than you would pay if you had got a true 50% off. So again, don't let them G you. You can do without it. You don't need it.
American capitalism always makes us feel like we have to get something. It's always more and more.
And we don't.
I look around and, I thank God, for everything that I have. And the reality of that is I don't need a damn thing. There's nothing I need.
Every day I'm like...
And we should thank God for that.
Absolutely. So grateful that you wake up wanting for nothing.
And with that being said...
it's there.
And with that being said, we can definitely cancel Christmas. There's no reason. We don't need to be giving these people all this. Somebody said that Christmas is capitalism's birthday. And I was like, no, it is.
It is.
It really is. At this point, it's not even about Jesus no more. Like, I feel like it's just
because you
throw your dollars.
Look how long the lines be. Look how long the lines be for. They want to catch this sale. They want to.
No.
And
Christmas is canceled.
While we all love a good sale, let's look at it like there are other parts of the world that aren't doing the shit that we do as far as camping out for sales and. Come on.
Let's keep it a bean. There are kids in Gaza and Sudan and in Congo right now that don't even have food, and we're talking about lining up for some damn
Let's talk about
cancel
it.
Christmas, bro. Fuck that. It's crazy.
Let's talk about it.
No, fuck that. Nah. I feel like we really got to take a stand. Like, what is it?
Because there's no way that anyone in this world should be starving when everything that we need was here, been here, still here. There's more than enough food here
for everybody.
For everybody. So why is anybody starving?
Hell, if we talking about it, homelessness shouldn't even be a thing. All these billionaires throwing their money all up over us like that. They could have been cured homelessness.
Let's be clear that
we need a reset for real.
This is an active choice of the elites.
We need a reset.
Okay?
Shut it down. Cancel Christmas.
And skip out on Black Friday. You don't need to
Please. I feel like we all need to stand on one accord with that for real. Like, don't, no.
And if you choose to, that's on you. But also, I hope you understand the bigger picture of what it is that you are contributing to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying that we haven't contributed to this over the previous years,
right.
But we're more knowledgeable now.
Hello.
And you can make that choice to be like, actually, I don't need that shit. Actually, I don't like how this is going. You don't need to go wait for no toy line and buy 50-11 toys for them kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be in the garbage by the summertime.
Talk about it.
Okay?
Talk about it.
You don't have to do it.
Honestly, if you're going to get gifts,
make it sentimental.
Hello?
Make it something that is going to
make the world better. How about we give some books?
Give books. Let's
all
go
do
to the shelter
knowledge.
And like
let's go to the shelter. Come on now.
What's it called? You know they have the meals and the something like that. There's so many things, and us saying it out loud, that's something that we can actually look into because
Zuri's mom. Shout out to Miss Karen. They do that every Thanksgiving. They normally go to.
Oh wow, I love that.
Yeah, every year they do it.
Period. Come on, Miss Karen.
Yep, they cook and they bring food, and that's really what we have to get back to doing. We have to get back to doing that. Stuff and looking out for everybody. For real. Yeah. All right. So, what you speaking on, girl?
Speaking on letting people guess about your life, keeping them guessing, and not in a sense of playing a game by making them guess, but from the sense of I don't need to talk about everything that is happening with me. That I'm going through, that I'm dealing with, that I'm experiencing, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes it's okay for you to shut up.
Private life is a peaceful life, honey. Trust me.
It's okay for you. It's okay for you to shut up. You are able to, discern who you can talk to comfortably, and everything doesn't need to be talked about. Sometimes you think, or your mind will let you think that, I gotta call this person and let them know. When you get that thought, sit down for another 5 minutes, and I guarantee you it's gonna change. Because you know what? It's the excitement, and it's the guarantee. The excitement. It's a deserved excitement. However, some things are just for you, and that's okay. Like, eventually, it'll be shared with the people that you need it to be shared with. It'll be seen when it needs to be seen. But like, some things just need to be for you because everybody can't go with you where you're supposed to go.
Everybody can't go.
And everybody's not supposed to go with you.
That part.
Where you're going. And your life doesn't need to be on display at all. This is not from the perspective of like, people be going through things in life and you just don't need to let your friends and people know, blah, blah, blah. It's not from that perspective. It's from the perspective of you just shut up sometimes. It's okay to shut up and be like, ain't nothing going on.
And that
ain't nothing going on but the rent.
No, that
ain't nothing going on with the rent, babe.
All of this is a lot of wisdom that we've amassed with age, though. I've come to realize that. You live and you learn, for real.
And sometimes people just don't care to hear it, and not a care from like, I don't care what you're going through. It's just like, I got other shit going. I do not care. Okay. Something like something wonderful happened for you. Great. but also something else is happening with me, and like I can't deal with this right now. Like I can't be there for you right now, and that's okay. And maybe that's different because we are the kind of people that like we understand that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Many other people they're just like, but I don't know when we want to, and it's just like, nah, I can't do that.
No.
I can't.
No.
Because you're not gonna push me to tell you my goodness and mess up my goodness.
Hello?
No. We'll come too far. I'ma work too hard. God have him hand upon me.
No.
And it's okay.
It's okay. You don't have to do that.
And I need
you can
us
opt
to
out.
be.
I told you, I love that's the one thing of being it. I'm like, I don't have to do this.
I need us to be aware when people are asking leading questions and how to turn that leading question right around and kindly tell them mind their business by turning that leading question around, because people ask leading questions sometimes because they heard something or they are looking for you to confirm something. And what you need to do when you receive that leading question is to kindly respond respectfully, or how you choose to respond, but kindly respond by telling them, mind your business. Mind your business. Mind it. People just be. I feel like I talked about something. This was probably on the past episode when I was saying mind your business, but I still stand firm on that. I still stand firm on that because people do not know how to mind their business, and if they realize that sometimes they realize that you're not saying much, so then they say, "Oh, if I'm not saying much, then maybe I'm gonna ask. Because if I ask, you're not gonna lie to me."
Bitch, I might.
And you know what? And you know what I am? I actually, not even I might, I am. Because what I need for you to know is that you need to mind your business and whatever it is that I choose to share with you, that's it. And if whether you feel like she lied because I know this, okay. Moving on. Curiosity kills the cat. You are not obligated to share a thing about your personal life.
That's it.
Anyway, since it's October, let's give a quick breast cancer awareness month. We wear pink. Check your tits, guys.
For sure.
Check the tits.
Do your self exams, guys. Do your mammograms, all of it. We see that it's something that's running rampant, especially with Black women right now.
Yes, so, men and women.
But
we are talking about women at the moment. Definitely.
Please.
Always.
Early detection is always best. Do what you gotta do, ladies.
Check your pumpkins for lumpkins. I saw that on Instagram and I liked it. But yes, check the tits, guys.
Please.
And keeping everyone in thoughts and prayers for anyone experiencing loss, anyone that has been through the struggle, anyone going through the struggle, anyone that falls under the umbrella. Thoughts, prayers, love with you. Check the tits, guys. Let's chat. So, I did a little bit of a background on the mental health crisis. Like I was looking at this article, and I came across the place that my nephew's shower was. What is he? 12? No, 11. His shower was held there maybe 12 years ago, and they're looking like they're pretty much saying that they're going to turn the venue into a mental health
facility.
And I'm happy for it. I'm happy that that's happening. But a lot of flags went up in my mind when I saw it, because I don't think that our city takes it as serious as it truly is. There are health systems within our cities, in our city, specifically New York City, that have invested heavily into mental health. Mental health and the resources. I can say that I've seen a couple, and I do mean a couple, health systems that has invested in their mental health care over the past few years. I won't mention any names, but if you're aware, you would know. And if not, just ask the Google, and whatever you see in Google after the first 5 ones, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what led me to go do a little bit of background research on top of me just being like an advocate on like taking care of your mental health, because that is something that I don't believe that people truly treat as health, because they can't see it, because there's not a vital for it. But it is your health nonetheless, and it needs to be taken care of. I did a little bit of number pulling, and I got this from the Mental Health Association. I'll put the link below. Pretty much 23.40% of adults in the U.S. experience mental illnesses or similar within the years of 2021 to 2024. These are the 2020. These are the stats for 2025. And I do want you to keep in mind that as I am giving some of the stats that I'm going to give out, it doesn't include the numbers for the actual year of 2025, but this is just the read for the year of 2025. So we're pretty much going off of anything 24 and back there.
Listen, these last 5 years definitely have been challenging on most of us, for sure, in our mental. So,
I saw that another stat that caught my eye was that teens ages 12 to 17, the suicide rate has decreased to 10.10%. Previous year, it was 12.30%. So it's a 2.30% drop. It's a 2.20% drop, actually, because it was 10.10. So it's a drop, and I'm always proud to see a drop in suicide rates. Even mental health across the board, like when you see statistics drop for the amount of people that suffer, I like to see it, even if it's a small number, because it means that at least one person is getting the help. And mental health illnesses, let me just be clear before I say anything else, it's not just bipolar and schizophrenia. It's a broader umbrella. I can go through all of them, but I won't. Please do your research, just like I do. But yeah, it consists of many things. How people focus, how people study. Everything plays a part in your mental health. There's nothing that does not play a part in your mental health that you deal with day by day. Which is why I want people to always keep that in mind, that your mental health is still health.
Absolutely.
It may not be, like I said, a vital, a number. Oh, it is still health.
Absolutely.
It may not be a weight. It is still health.
And that's the thing. I feel like because it isn't something that comes with a scar or bleeds out, that people tend to just act like it's not that important, but it's very important.
It's very important.
Listen, if you don't have your mind, you don't got nothing, baby.
No, you have nothing.
So
if you don't have your mind, you have nothing. Because what's the first thing that people try to do to you if they trying to play games on you?
Come on now.
What is it? What does it affect first?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. They might play with your money, but which part chip? Up here, sir. So statistics also show that 11.30%, which is roughly 2.8 million, still struggle, and this is teens, still struggle with their mental health, and it impacts how they function. how they function in school, how they function at work, how they function at home. It affects them. And 2.8 million is a lot for our young people. This isn't just the statistics for New York. Let me be clear. This is across the board. However, I'm sure the numbers are much different because, again, I said that these are stats for 2025. We're in October 2025, so obviously stats for this year aren't included. And I'm sure numbers might look a little different whenever I decide to run this. Statistics also show that 1 in 4 people, which is over 1 in 4 people, and the number is about roughly 5 million. People still have unmet needs for mental health care and treatment. This is years from 2022 to 2023. So stats for 2024 is not included. And stats for 2025, like I said, I've been saying, it's not included. So again, if it's 1 in 4, which is roughly 25%, and it's about over 5 million people, imagine what the number is now if they've included 2024 and when they do include 2025. Because we can act like, and I'm going to specifically talk about New York. This is what I was talking about. We can act like we don't see it, but we do. Everywhere we turn in New York City, there is somebody that is homeless and not well.
Come on.
And while the city can say that they pride themselves on taking care of,
its residents,
this is very questionable. And this is, for me, from my perspective, from what I see. There is no. I don't like how the city takes care of it. I don't think that the city takes care of it. I feel like I think that there's way too many unwell people that remain on our streets. Yep. What's happening with the tax dollars? What's happening to and miss me with we have the facilities here. The next thing that they're gonna do is they don't want to stay in places they don't, and miss me with that. I truly believe that you need different tiers of people, just like in jobs you have different tiers of people who do what. You need people that's actually out there on the street doing the legwork. I'm not saying lifting these people up and bringing them in the beds, but I'm saying people actively doing the legwork, because people can be out there looking well and they're not.
Exactly.
And then, especially when you're from New York City, you can tell that there's more people that don't look the part that are out there.
Come on now.
Than do.
You know your auntie that be crashing out? Yeah.
Okay.
All the time? Yeah. There might be something going on there.
I feel like the city can do better when it comes to that kind of stuff. Shout out to the healthcare systems that do invest heavily in it. But again, it can't just be those healthcare systems, because some of them are private. What happens to the city institutions? So yeah, I wanted to give a little stats on that, just because it's something that I care about. I feel like even talking about it right now, I'm trying to be a little bit more reserved, because I'm really, really passionate about it. And I know that there's not much that I can do, but I also know that there's a lot that I come up with that assists. But again, I'm just one person.
Right.
So to cut it short, I don't want to keep rambling. I do want to provide a number for New York City residents that if you struggle with your mental health, whether it's suicide, whether it's needing somebody to talk to, whether it's you're depressed, anxious, no matter what it is, severe or not severe, you are looking for somebody to talk to, whether you need a therapist, 988. You can call that number or text that number. You don't have to be in distress. You don't have to be suicidal. You can just simply say, I need mental health assistance, and that line will direct you wherever it is that you need to go. Do not be afraid to look for help, because there is somebody that's sitting next to you that will probably look at you funny for getting the help that you need, but it doesn't matter what that person thinks, because you're doing what you need to do for you, and you will be their example so that they can look into themselves and realize, oh yeah, I need to talk to somebody too. Because again, your mental health is not just a diagnosis of, oh, they're crazy, or oh, they're bipolar, oh, they're this, oh, they're that. Your mom died and you don't know how to deal with it. That is mental health. You sitting here snapping at the kids, and your mental health is shit because you refuse to take care of yourself. You refuse to see it as health. So please use that number, 988. If you need crisis counseling, mental health crisis counseling, substance abuse support, it's 24/7. Online, you can chat online at 988lifeline.org, 988lifeline.org. Insurance isn't required. So these are resources that are on the New York City government website that you can also access yourself. I'm not just giving you something that I decided to give you because I like it. This is from the New York City website. If you're living in New York City, if you're listening to this and you don't live in New York City, please look into what your state offers. And if you have a platform, share it. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm sure somebody else will appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Listen, with everything going on, we all need to be making sure that we're doing wellness checks with our mental, for sure, because it's tough out here.
It's definitely tough out here. And I always advocate, just for you to check on your mental health. Like I said, it may not be physical, but it's still your health, and it's the most. It's always overlooked because nobody it doesn't bleed out. It doesn't have a number. It doesn't have a weight. It doesn't have a
can't
sore.
Look at you and just see that.
Yeah. So, I can sit across from you and look fine. Am I fine? Probably not. But and some people are good at dealing with it, and some people aren't. But both times, speak to somebody.
You still need some support and some help with it.
Speak to somebody because you need support. You don't know everything. As a person, I've always been transparent about seeing therapists, talking to therapists, and I have been. It's all for personal reasons, and I support it. Even if you complete your journey in therapy, let's say 2-3 years go by, you've experienced 2-3 years of something else.
That's true.
And it may not need to be to the extent that you saw a person the last time, but look into it. Somebody to sometimes you have the tools and it's good, and other times you're stuck. Both times I can be like, I've experienced both. But again, check on yourself. And that's all I have. And thank you guys. Thank you.
Sister. Well,
what you got
for my chatation?
A little bit lighter.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Ayesha Curry and her interview on Call Her Daddy. I believe that's the podcast that she was on.
Yeah.
So there was a whole, viral clip moment and conversation around her essentially just speaking to the fact of her aspirations before her marriage, being pretty much to be more of a career-driven woman. She didn't really plan to get married or have kids. She just wanted to, get in her bag on her boss lady stuff. And her saying something as simple and honest and really innocent as that.
Had them up in a tizzy, honey.
Honey,
Why I hate women?
Yo.
Why I hate women?
Yo. We going through like this huge surge of racism, and also back to what I be talking about with the fucking misogyny. That too. Like, the men are literally upset that they're not going to be passenger princess, because every time the girls come out talking about their truth, they over here telling us the bad bitch that they would be if they was was a housewife, honey. Because
And I don't understand. Like, I will never for the life of me understand it. What's wrong with Ayesha saying that she didn't see this life for herself? She never said that she's not grateful for the life that she has. She says that that's not what she saw for herself. What's wrong with that?
come on now.
Many women.
Let's talk about it.
Many women didn't see themselves with children.
Talk about it.
Didn't see themselves.
Or not for nothing. Many women are mothers, and I'm saying this as a mother.
And didn't see themselves as mothers.
And not even that. Or sit and reflect, or sit and think, what would life be had this not been my route? And it doesn't mean you don't love your kids. It doesn't. It's just something that you reflect on sometimes. Like, oh, you know, what route? Where would I have been if I didn't do this or I didn't do that? It happens.
This is simply her saying, "Oh, before I was a wife, I was still an individual. Absolutely. I had dreams and goals and aspirations, and I didn't see this shit for myself. I like this shit, but this is not what I saw for myself. I didn't want children, but I have 4 of them.
Where is the sin in this?
Where's she gonna go? Where are the 4 kids gonna go now?
You know what it is? It all goes back to like I said, like men just feeling like that's just so ungrateful. Like,
you're living this good life. You shouldn't think that you shouldn't think this way. You should shut up and just have the children and
be barefoot and pregnant, cooking for your billionaire basketball playing husband.
Please,
please, right, whatever, dog. Whatever, dude. Like,
and I will never, for the life of me, understand why it would have people in a tizzy when women say, "Oh, I never saw this for myself," or "Oh, I never wanted to be this." But what's the problem? Because if a man said, "Well, I don't see myself with this woman," and you're not with the woman, nobody gives you a hard time.
Exactly.
No one gives you a hard time.
Exactly.
So for her to say, well, what she said, and now you're just like, "Oh, Ayesha, why? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up."
When this was happening, it just made me think about the same vitriol that men have for Jada Pinkett.
Talk about it.
And it's the same thing, especially when she started Red Table Talk, which interesting. You know, I don't have Facebook anymore. I wonder if does she still do it? I know she mostly did it on Facebook, so I don't know. I don't see. Yeah,
who got Facebook?
I am definitely not keeping those lights on. Okay.
And not.
So I don't know if she still does that. And I actually did really enjoy Red Table Talk. I liked her topics and her vulnerability and her honesty. I did really appreciate that about her. And it's crazy how that was something that I appreciated about her, and like so many, especially men, hate it.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong with people living in their truth at all. Period, point blank. I'm stopping that sentence right there. Like, you can live in your truth. You can speak to those things, and it doesn't mean that they are shaming their partner or anything within that. Like, it's okay for them to be in their truth. And it's okay. And you know what?
You know why it's okay? Because Will didn't say nothing about it, and Stefan didn't say nothing about it. And that's
you
why
know,
it's okay.
And that also gets to the real issue with that, too. I think a lot of it is that these people feel like their husbands are supposed to love them less for saying these things as well. And they cannot fathom that these women are loved unconditionally. Like, these men love them. Will ain't leaving that lady.
Okay.
They've made that very clear. They ain't leaving each other.
And I wonder if y'all know that that's what it means, like, when you're married.
In a union.
Like, when you're in a union with a person, like, unconditional love, like, and I don't think y'all really understand what unconditional love is because y'all never
experienced saw it, nothing. Fuck it.
But, like, maybe if I say what conditional love is, you'll have an idea of what unconditional love should look like. Because conditional love is, I'll love you if you keep the keep the lights on.
It's transactional.
I'll love you if you sweep the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll only keep loving you if you pick me up from work every day. That's conditional love. Mm-hmm. Unconditional love is, I'll love you till your hair turns gray.
Hello.
And I still want you if you gain a little weight. Like,
hello.
And it's clear that Will's love for Jada is unconditional, Tupac mentioned or not.
unwavered too.
Okay, August
people-
Alsina or not.
Some people is not leaving each other, and that really is. I keep saying that's exactly what that is. I feel like y'all really want them to break up, and why? If they are
Stefani's
happy
not-
with each other, if they
Stefani-
like it, I
Okay.
love it. Okay.
He not gonna do. He. I'm sure Ayesha had this conversation with him as well. Do you not? Do you think that people don't be having certain
She
conversations
did.
with their
course.
spouses before they come on and do these things? Because you see how like the society's up in a tizzy with her saying what she said.
Yeah, he ain't tripping. He already.
He
knew.
not tripping. He knew. He knew. He probably.
This tea is cold for him, honey.
Who's to say that this man didn't like? He was already aware that this was her sentiments, and he was like, "Nah, but I wanna change that for you." And she said,
Okay. Show me what you got. Okay.
And then he showed her what she got, and she was like, "Well, you know what? That's fine too."
Cool.
And it's still okay for her to go back and be like, "Well, I didn't see this in myself," because she's still a person at the end of the day. Her feelings do matter. She did see something different for herself.
She is having the same human experience that we all are.
I feel like people are acting like she got up and she's just like, "I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to take care of the kids anymore. I don't want to be a wife anymore. I feel like
so
that's
over the men
like,
right now.
it's just like, and this is why, shut up, just shut up. I'm thinking of Wendy.
Whitney, girl. I keep saying she don't got no business being dead, child. Whitney was a kid.
I was watching her take the awards the other day.
You
That
better
she
lay
was-
low.
that one. She was sky high, okay? But you know what, Whitney? They better lay low.
They better lay low, okay?
You better lay low.
We love Whitney, man. But yeah, Steph Curry ain't leaving that lady.
And,
Will Smith ain't leaving that lady.
Nope.
Y'all need to get over it and get over yourselves. Okay.
And unconditionally love the lady that's under you. Bye.
Ooh.
Anyway, so let's hear it. She's still up. My song, multiple songs, but my first song is "She's Still Loving Me" by Morgan Heritage.
Come on, big
She's
tune.
still loving me through all the trials. This is not my best voice, guys, and it's also very late, so I won't sing. But I picked that song because I love it. It's very sweet. I guess it kind of ties with unconditional love in a sense. The lyrics, if you've never heard the song, listen to it. The lyrics, he pretty much is saying that, like, no matter what I've done, like, she loves me. She's still here, and she's my only girl. I'm not leaving my lady. Kind of like how Steph not leaving Ayesha.
Hello.
And how Will not leaving Jada.
Turn up that tune for the both of them.
And I just very much. If you have baby mothers, if you have fiancés, if you have a significant other, and you're considering, let me date around. No, go back to her. She loves you. She loves you. She's still loving you. She knows everything, and she probably wants to be there for you. And play her that song because she's still loving you, and you probably don't. My second song is "Jumpin', Jumpin' by Destiny's Child because I was in the car just cruising, and
Great
the song
song.
came on, and I was just like, "This is the vibe." I
the
wanted
ladies
to be
leave
in
your
the
man at home.
club at this time. I don't remember what year this was when this came out, but I know I was young. I also know that I wasn't of age to be in the club, but I also know that I wanted the club to
had
be
to
like
have
that.
been like 2000. I feel like, don't quote me.
Possibly.
Possibly
Ladies,
99.
leave your man at home. The club is full of ballers and their pockets full of rum. And now your fellas leave your girl with a friend. It's just 11:30 and the club is jumping, jumping. And I think it's just a vibe. Like I love it. Like I said, I wanted to club during that time.
I agree. I said that. The You Don't Have to Call video and the Jumpin' Jumpin' video, definitely him be like, I want to be in the club. I want to put the balls in their pockets full grown. I sure do. Give me a bottle with your bottle self.
Period. And song that I picked was If I Can't by 50 Cent.
Southside. Yo, it's funny. If you know me, you know. As problematic as that mother effer is, I love 50.
Love him.
I do.
Love that man.
But he is so problematic. Every time I just be like, God damn it, 50, shut up.
And he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. Because you know what? He is set in his ways.
Southsidean ways.
Okay. But I picked that song, like, every time the song comes on, like, I turn it up all the time because that shit is hard. But
that whole album had
every
the whole
time,
streets ablaze, boy.
But specific to that song, like, I really be feeling like if Terry can't do it, it really can't be done. And I say that because I legit exhaust all my options.
I do also. I have noticed that a lot of people who are Geminis have like a lot. They wear many hats. A lot of times they're normally very good at what they do. So yes.
Oh, look at that. Thanks.
Something to that.
But yeah, like I really be feeling like I really be feeling myself when this song, because I'm just like, yo, if I can't do it, like, nah, it can't be done. And there's a lot of things that I can do. Like, I haven't come across something that I can't necessarily do just yet. But yeah, I truly feel like if I can't do it, then it can't be done. And I'm gonna let the bottle pop. Or Prosecco.
Girl.
But yeah, like I said, I be exhausting all options, and like maybe it's I don't know, maybe it is a Gemini. But I like it. If I can't do it, it can't be done. What's your song score?
So I chose "Dumb It Down" by Lupe Fiasco just because of Marc Lamont influence. Come on, y'all. With Lodge, no, I've disowned them. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
But yeah, no, for a fact. Dumb It Down. There was a line when he goes, "You're saying too many big words, Luke. Dumb it down." And I'm like, yeah.
Flippy was talking about you.
He was. I'm still not over a lewd tripping of that 50-year-old man. I'm moving on. Next song. But yes.
A lewd, honey? You ain't never heard that.
Honey. Whew. So yeah, that was definitely
Screwy
there.
sight.
Yes. Great song. First off, I always say Lupe Fiasco. His first 2 albums, excellent albums.
Yes.
Great bodies of work.
Okay.
But yes, definitely conscious rap with a message. Love it. My next song is "Folded" by Kehlani.
Hey, Bob.
Honey.
We love it.
Honey.
Folded, okay?
I don't know what she put in that song, but I don't know, it's just a vibe. Like, I feel like I've been listening to that song back to back to back. I'm like, yes, girl, we needed this.
You know what? Kehlani she is my girl.
No,
I had my thoughts about her.
I appreciate Kehlani.
But she's my girl.
I appreciate her. And I appreciate what she brings just musically. The girl's a singer. She definitely is a talent for sure. Another one.
Yes. Yeah. That's my come on, girl.
Mm-hmm. And my last song is dedicated to my baby daddy.
Not the baby daddy. Shout out to you, baby daddy.
Yes, baby daddy. And it's also just me in memory of D'Angelo. It's Lady by D'Angelo. Yeah, I'm definitely dedicating that to my baby daddy because I feel like that's just like the way I feel like the vibe and the love around that song is definitely the way I feel like he makes me feel. So yeah. Oh, don't do it. We're done.
I'm gonna try and see if I could do this for you real quick because I know we can do this. We have to be able to. Somebody else could do. Wait a minute. Where your baby daddy at? Okay.
But yeah, definitely. That's the love one I'm getting.
We still love D'Angelo. We will forever love.
I definitely another quick one I want to throw in there about him too. All of his love songs were definitely always geared to loving on Black women and just being tender and just being soft with Black women, and it was beautiful.
Take a page from his book.
The Book
Black
of D'Angelo.
Men.
Come on.
Thank you. But yeah, this is I like this. I liked how we did this one
was
too.
cute.
Like this was, I like it.
Yeah.
And if you guys are still listening, this is how we talk to each other. So yeah, you know. Thanks for listening. Thanks for
y'all.
listening.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the TNT podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify.
Got a story, topic of interest? Email us at tee.teapodcast@gmail.com.
Meet us here again, same day and same time next week.
Bye.
Bye.